Welcome to Raw Talk, Real Healing.
It's like therapy, but with more laughs and less copays.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Diana.
We're licensed therapists.
But here, we just want to have raw and unapologetic conversations.
So come vibe with us, where professional meets personal.
Let's get it.
Welcome back, guys.
Hey, y'all. We just want to let you guys know that we prioritized our self-care this morning, and I've been here all day.
Yes.
But we got a little workout in the hot garage, and it was a good one.
How was it, though?
It was no punk shit. We hit a little glute today, and I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm low key, like, I texted Mike, I'm like, I'm about to have Diana make my fucking workout plan. I'm like, 'cause that was good.
That's right.
And it was quick, too. That's what
Yeah.
I liked.
Listen, all you need is that 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was
That's
great.
it. You
It
know,
was so good.
I'm so glad you joined me.
We took a little videos to make a little reel for our self-care together. Okay, so before we get into the episode for today, we wanted to preface the episode with one of our listeners submitted in a question, which we were so excited about. And that question is what our episode is going to be about today. So we put a lot of thought into this question and we really broke it down as best as we could to hopefully help not only the one that wrote it in, but also all of you guys. So this follower wrote, "How do I manage pressure and guilt with back to school with the pressures of social media?"
Yes. This is a good one.
This is. And I think we could have like a whole series basically on the effects of social media, but we really tried to focus on, school today, the kids, the parents, and what that looks like and what that feels like for everybody.
Yeah, because social media really warps perspectives. You know what I mean? Like, I always say, I could not survive in this generation.
No, I actually just said that the other day. I am so happy that I am not in high school or middle school at this time. Like, I would love to go back, but I would love to go back in time with it. Like, I don't want to go back now.
No, it's crazy.
It is. I do not like it.
Uh-uh.
And I mean, realistically, when I was in high school, like, social media really did start. Like, I've had my Instagram since high school, but Instagram was not what it is now while I was in high school.
When did Instagram come out?
I was a freshman in 2010. So
God.
I was a freshman in 2010 and I graduated in 2014. So
You graduated high school in 2014?
yeah. Yes. So I want to say maybe my sophomore year of high school, Instagram came out. But it
Yeah.
was like, I was like posting pictures of like a Wawa sandwich, like, got Wawa today. Like, it wasn't like post pictures. It wasn't the highlight reel like it is now.
hmm So I think the only thing we had, and I'm trying to remember because this was a few years back.
Yeah, MySpace.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We had MySpace, and that's it. Because I remember Facebook didn't come out until I was in college already.
Yeah. Facebook came out, I think I was in 8th grade. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so
But I had MySpace also.
you did?
In middle school, yeah.
Girl, what you was doing with a MySpace in middle school?
It was dial-up internet. It was monitored.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
Yeah.
it was like on the desktop, and I literally was commenting on my sister's wall. Like, that's it.
I forgot even the whole setup of MySpace. But so to this point, right? To this question, how do we manage that pressure of like going back to school, keeping up
Yes.
with social media, because let me tell you something. I've been scrolling and I'm like, gosh, y'all doing all of this for back to school?
It's like a whole photo shoot on the first day of school. And don't get me wrong, like we had one too. Like my friend would come over, we would take pictures together. But, like that was it. Like there was nowhere to post them. It wasn't like what it is now. I didn't hold up a sign. I didn't have my water bottle in hand. Like it was, hey, come over, let's take a picture before we go to the bus stop. Like that's all it was.
See, the thing is, we didn't have cell phones like in middle school.
No, my mom took them on like a digital camera or like a film camera and would get them developed.
Oh, that's funny.
But
Yeah. I don't remember taking back to school pictures.
I always have. Always. Like me and my sister would be in the front yard with like our backpack on and our little dress or whatever, and we would take pictures, but they were like printed pictures in a photo album. It was for us, not the
M-
world.
Maybe that's why. And my grandparents raised me, so they wasn't with the shits. They probably didn't even know how to work a camera.
My mom was with the shits.
Yeah. So it was just a little different, and I love it. I mean, we
Yeah.
have the resources now. The pictures are great, all that good stuff. But I think what people don't talk about is how much pressure that it puts on
Yes.
everybody else.
Yeah, I feel like the kids and the parents at this point feel like everything has to be perfect because it's the first day of school.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's, who's holding up the little sign with, their name, their teacher, their favorite things. And I get that that's cute for like the memories, but I think it's the extent that it goes of like, hey, everybody look at my kid today on the first day of school because I need to post this. And everybody in the world needs to see that like I'm keeping up with this too.
Mm.
And obviously there are some people out there who don't post these things for this reason, but I think it just puts pressure on like, oh my God, this person does that. Do I have to do that too?
Mhm. And then I think, like, does it put pressure on the kids where, some families or kids are doing, the most, and the other
Yeah.
kids are just like, well, got nothing.
Right. Like now when I was in school, like we had the water fountain or I had like a Poland Spring water bottle in my purse. Now everybody's, got their Stanley, got their Owala, got their Yeti, got all these things. And it really is just like an extra expense for parents. And I think if you don't have it, you get made fun of. I had a little girl, I think she was like 6th grade and she was going to Linwood schools. The school banned Stanley water bottles because not all the kids had them and kids were making fun of the other kids because they didn't have a Stanley water bottle.
Good. Good.
I remember they banned a Stanley water bottle and the Lululemon belt bags. Because what are middle schoolers doing wearing Lululemon?
Because they have to keep up. And I think that was like what the question was all about. Like, there's so much social media pressure. Like, what if I can't afford Stanleys and Lululemons? And like, what if my daughter comes home and like, she's getting made fun of or bullying, you know what I mean? Or being bullied, sorry. Because, she doesn't have all of, these things. Like that kind of pressure. I don't think that we as parents kind of like go there. We're just kind of like going with the flow, going with the
Right.
trends. You know what I
Not
mean?
going against the grain. It's like, okay, everybody has this and I see it on social media and I see it out there. I guess like this is what they want. And I get it. Like there were times where I definitely had things that I probably didn't need because everybody else had them, but it's like I feel like the extent to things are now. And even to think that like we feel this way, imagine how like our parents feel or like your grandparents feel about everything that's going on. I think there's a lot of pressure of like, oh my gosh, I need like all these new outfits to start school. I need my new shoes. I need my water bottle, I need my backpack, like, I need all of these things. What's wrong with the backpack and water bottle we had last year? Shoes, okay, maybe we outgrew, maybe they got a little crusty. Fair.
Crusty, dusty, and musty.
But I remember going to school on the first day of school and, like, always wanting to wear something new, which, okay, fair. But then, like, people will be wearing, like, new stuff for, like, 3 weeks. That's how much clothes you got to
Right. No.
start school?
Mhm.
And when I was in school, it was Abercrombie, it was Hollister, and, like, you knew. You knew that it was from there. So it's like that stuff was expensive.
Yeah.
I wish that Target and Old Navy was as cute as it was now back then.
Girl, I know. And like new clothes and stuff like that, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to be fresh for the first day of school
Yeah.
and you want your kids to look cute. But you know what? I used to hate the idea of uniforms, but like I feel like that's such a good idea. I never
Yes.
understood it then, obviously, but now, I do because we do. And the economy right now, can we go on no shopping sprees?
Right.
That's crazy.
And that's the thing. It's like, what if you can't afford to do this for your kids?
Mhm.
What if you can't provide this stuff? It's like, do I send my kid to school and just, pray that nobody notices because I don't want anybody to look at my kid differently? Like, how do you do that? Or I think too, like, now we have parents taking off of work for the first day of school, making all of these like special breakfasts, having like making this like it's the biggest day in the world.
Yeah.
We're just
And
going back to school.
And I don't want to knock parents who do that because it is a special
Right.
moment. It's a special time. I think for me is like, all right, let's ground ourselves into like teaching our children
Yes.
too about the importance. Like some families or people or kids, they don't have what you have,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean that you're better than those kids. That doesn't mean you have the right to pick on
Right.
anyone else because you're right. Like these kids are mean.
Yes.
They are so mean, and I wish somebody would. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, don't. I mean, Camille a little strong, so I feel bad for whoever tried to play with her.
She just beat me in an arm wrestle.
She did.
She was like, Miss Gabby, come here. Can we arm wrestle? I'm like, okay. Is this a trick question? I was
Yeah,
kind of ready for it to be good, but I was like, dang.
she's strong.
Yes.
She is. She's a big girl. But not everyone has that confidence.
Right.
Not everyone is built like that. So we just want to pay attention, to that a little bit because we want to teach our kids
Right.
valuable, lessons too, which leads to what you said, like parenting pressures.
Yes.
I feel like being a parent right now, there is a lot of pressure that comes with that.
And I think that part of that is generational too.
Mhm.
I think like, and I'm not a parent, so I can only speak on like what I observe. But I think as parents, everybody always wants to give their kids better than what they had, right? So parents now, and because mental health is such a prominent thing in our society now, I think parents focus more so on like making sure they're not doing anything wrong emotionally for their kids. And yes, like this is great. This is so important, but it's still pressure. Pressures that maybe haven't been there before.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not easy to keep up with
No.
everything that these kids are just doing. Don't get me started with like the TikTok stuff. You like I literally ask my clients, like my youngins, all right, so what keep me up with like
The
the
lingo.
lingo, yes, the lingo, what's the trends? Because I need to be like aware.
Yeah, I need to know.
I need to know. So if she go home like you know what I'm saying? Like what you saying? What's going on here?
Like the new thing we've been hearing now is aura farming.
I googled it because I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, so what did Google say?
I forgot.
Aura is like your vibe.
Yeah.
and like how you look. So it's like, to me, aura farming is like, I need to get and have these certain things to give off this certain aura.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, this is my vibe this year. This is the aura I'm trying to give off. I need like new wardrobe,
That's craziness.
essentially.
Yeah. You know what else? We were in Ocean City and
Mm.
like we saw all these kids there and they were going down. I'm telling you, from like a few blocks down, everybody kept yelling 6'7".
It's the song.
I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, all these kids, they weren't even together. There was like one group of kids here and the other group of kids here. And I'm like, what the
It's
fuck is
literally the
6'7"?
Lil Wayne song.
Oh, that's what it is. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even keep up.
It just, I don't know why, or like why it's come back, but all of these kids just say 6'7". Bryson was literally saying 6'7" when I was there last week.
No, he wasn't.
I swear to God.
So, yeah, we were talking about that last night. My sister was over and she's like, yeah, I've been hearing that. And then Camille was like, oh, something. She was kind of explaining it to us. And then we were going to meet her at batting practice. And she's like, yeah, we'll start like 6'7", and walked out the door. I'm like, I'm going to knock you out.
Camille said that?
She's like, I'll be there. She's like, what time? Like 6'7"? I'm like, that was cute. Get your butt out the door.
She is so cute.
But like, what about the pressures of trying to keep up with all that stuff? Like, as a parent, it be stressing me out.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I just saw this video where I forget what it's called. It's like, there's like a person who goes out and, does like work with young children or whatever. And he found like on the kid's tablet, the kid was probably like, what, 9, 10?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in 19 different chats with mad random people on Roblox, on Minecraft, like these kid games.
Yeah.
Because you can chat with people. Like, you know how scary that is?
There's another one, I think it's called Discord. It's for like computer games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they like make friends with people like across the world.
Yeah. So like pressures of like managing and keeping up with that's
and making sure your kid's safe.
Mm-hmm.
I think social media and technology provides, like, yes, it's a positive resource that we can have and use, but I think it allows kids to consume things that they shouldn't be consuming at a young age.
Right.
And I think that's the issue with like cell phones too. Like, all of these young kids have cell phones. My first cell phone, I could literally call my mom. Like,
Right.
that was it. And then it died.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, we can surf the web. I just sounded like an old person, surf the web. www.
Do you know what www stands for?
World Wide Web.
Oh, okay.
I know I graduated in 2014, but
yeah.
But like, you have all of this so readily available in your hands, and some parents don't even know how to monitor that.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone has a cell phone right now. All these kids had a cell phone. Let me tell you something. I wasn't allowed to have a cell phone until I was able to pay for my own bill. Okay. And I asked Camille, I'm like, what are some pressures? Remember, we're like, what are some pressures that you feel? And she's like, well, yeah, everyone does have a phone. I don't need it, but I want one.
And her face was like,
guess what? Too bad.
Yeah. How old is Camille?
She'll be 10 next month.
Oh, yeah. I think that's young. I did get a phone at 12, but again, it was to call my parents. Like, it wasn't the accessibility that like a smartphone is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She ain't getting it.
And literally at 12 years old, this is what I was texting. Hey, what are you doing?
When
what are you doing now?
When I had a cell phone, I remember the plans were like free texting or free calling after 7 p.m. Okay? You had only a certain amount of minutes and you hit like 611 or something like that. So 60 minutes remaining or whatever messages. Like, this stuff is unlimited now. Like, these times are crazy. So thinking about keeping up with these latest trends, like, let me tell you something. I can't.
No.
You're gonna get what you get, and you're gonna get cute stuff. How cute did Camille look today wearing cute little jeans?
Adorable. She came down here with her little flare or wide leg pants on, with the cuff, her little stitch shirt. She was looking so cute.
Listen, that's what you're gonna get. That's it, you
But I
know?
feel like that is like she dresses like a kid.
Yeah. But that's because the parents have to be able to say, this is what
No.
it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's it. Sometimes we're afraid to say no. Oh my gosh. There's this video that someone sent me, and it was like, my it was like a comedian. He was like, my children call me Dr. No at this point. He's like, there's so many ways to say no. And he was like, if you don't know, now you know. Like, he would do like random things. I'm like, that's creative. He's like, get creative, but no. Like, no was okay, parents. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell is, like, what's up?
What the hell?
Right. And so, like, no, we don't have to keep up with these things, you
Right,
know?
because what are we keeping up for? Are we
Right.
keeping up just to have like an extravagant photo to show everybody?
Yeah.
One thing that I have been trying to do more in my life is like, yes, I want to take pictures. And yes, I want to have like these memories to like hold on to. But like even when I was at the Backstreet Boys concert, I literally was texting my sister like, "Sorry, I wanted to video this, but I really wanted to be present." When you are doing the most and doing these extreme measures to take a picture to put on social media, how present are you in that moment? You're
Right.
really not.
Right. Like, I think sometimes we do take extreme measures to like put every single thing on social
Yes.
media. And sometimes people are like, girl, why don't you post? I just don't have that desire.
Yeah.
I don't.
I definitely think I used to post a lot more than I do now. And I still like am pretty active on social media and I do like to post, but for the most part, like I'm posting it because I like it. I'm posting it because I, am proud or happy of, what I just did. I'm not posting that to just be like, "Oh, look guys, I was here." I was here and I had a lot of fun and I was really present. So,
Mhm.
I want my things to show that. I'm not just posting to be like, "Oh, I was at this concert, but I was actually really bored in the corner." Like, no.
Right. Imagine people who like post to be like, I'm gonna up one this person.
Ugh.
Who got time?
Not me.
So let's not feel pressured
Yeah.
to always have to post immediately or like, oh, I saw this, let me, do that. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay, to feel that guilt because if there is that guilt, maybe sit with yourself and be why am I feeling this?
Yeah.
And really try to process that of like, why am I feeling this? And am I feeling it because I feel like I'm doing something wrong?
Mm.
Or am I just feeling it because society says I need to?
Let's be real. There is no such thing as a perfect family.
No,
It doesn't exist.
everybody's dysfunctional
Yeah,
in their own ways.
we're human. Like, let's stop putting all of this, stuff out like we just live this normal, perfect life because there are people who are unhealthy mentally
Yes.
who sit there and look at that and will try their best to keep up. And when they
Yeah.
fail or when they're not meeting that, it's not good.
No, and by any means, like we're not saying, don't ever post stuff on
No.
social media because, it is nice to be able to see what other people are doing. Like if you have long distance friendships, to be able to see like and keep in contact. But I think it's really important to be mindful of why we're posting it.
I feel like it should be fun.
Yes.
Like, we're doing this because it's fun. You're on your free time.
Yeah.
If you're stressed out having to post something, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm away when we're doing things, I don't have time to post right then and there. I mean, I don't,
No.
not that I post anyway, but like, that's not what I'm about to sit there and do.
Right.
Me personally, you know what I mean? Everybody
Right.
else is different, you know what I mean?
And
And that's okay. But like, don't feel that pressure to have to do that.
right, and then like you were saying, like the perfect families and stuff like that, when people are posting these moments on social media, these are the highlights. Like these are the moments that they want you to see. No relationship, no family, nothing is perfect.
That's another perspective is relationships
Yeah.
on social media. Sometimes I be going on there, I'm like, damn, I'm glad that I know better. Because if I didn't know better, I'd be like,
I want to be you.
yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I'm missing out on life. My partner isn't doing this. My partner
Yeah.
doesn't meet this expectation. Oh my God, I'm not doing this. This person does X, Y, and Z. She's making every meal from scratch and whole food. Like, I don't have time for
Couldn't
that.
couldn't be me.
Listen, I'm going to try to do my best,
Right.
but that's it. I see certain things and I'm like the extravagant gifts, extravagant, ways that people just do things and show up. Like, that's a lot.
I think a really good thing to talk about here would be like bachelorette trip. Remember when a bachelor and bachelorette trip used to just be like a night in Atlantic City or like a night out, and now it's like extravagant and we have to go on full on trips? I
Mhm.
mean, is it fun? Yes. Will I do it? Yep. But
Mhm. Right.
like this is what we mean by like unrealistic expectations from social media on relationships in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even with like the bachelorette parties and stuff, some people may look at that on social media and be like, oh, this person's already having their bachelorette trip and I'm not even engaged yet, or I'm not even here yet. I think sometimes the pressure of social media on relationships can force couples into taking next steps that they might not be ready for.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Cuz sometimes we think that we're ready cuz
Yes.
I'm guilty. I've been there before.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, I'm ready to do this and do that," long, long time ago, and I'm so glad that I'm just in the moment realizing like everything is happening when it's supposed to happen.
Right.
You know? Another thing that I've been noticing too on like the social media and work perspectives is like the labeling on ourselves, the labeling on our partners in relationships. Like we see one narcissistic trait in someone, or we listen to something, you're like, oh my
They're a
God.
narcissist.
Yeah. Like, stop. Don't do that.
I hate that. There is
Terrible.
nothing that I hate more than that.
Yeah.
If you don't know what these words mean, do not label somebody as that.
Yeah. And like, even if you're thinking, like, wait a minute, does this resonate with me? Because we're not saying that sometimes that can't happen. Like, you
Right.
can't, go through things, but like, work through that. Don't automatically get in an argument and like, oh,
You're gaslighting me.
right. Exactly. You're a narcissist. You only think about, like, wait a minute, because one isolated incident or situation
Right.
does not mean that the whole last 5, 6, 7 years you know what I mean? Is like, oh, this person is this, because that's unfair.
I think really what it is just unhealthy communication patterns that we have learned along the way and not recognizing what they are.
You gotta
And
take that
not
out.
recognizing what they are. So I think sometimes even in situations like I can do something and think to myself like, "Oh, that actually might have been a little gaslighty." And then like reflecting and being like, okay, well, where does that come from? Why am I doing this? I think it's okay to be able to reflect and to use that to kind of help yourself. But as soon as something goes on, doesn't mean we have to point the finger and be like, okay, well, now you're a narcissist. There are not that many narcissists in the world.
For real.
Are they out there? Absolutely. Have
Mhm.
we interacted with them? Yes.
Yeah.
But not everybody is a narcissist because they may be guilty of manipulating a person twice.
If we left it up to social media, we would be like, "Oh my gosh, they don't even fight. They don't even argue. Look at them. They don't even disagree on
Yeah.
everything. Everything is so perfect." That's not true. Let's stop comparing our
Yeah.
relationships and who we are, what our partners are, to our own relationships. No,
Yeah.
thank you. That's not real. That is definitely something that's warped from
Yeah.
social media is relationships.
Right. And that warped idea is what applies this pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get to the most important segment of the pod today. And that is, how does this affect people?
Hmm.
How does this affect people and how do we manage it? How do we support ourselves and one another?
Yeah. One, what I'm seeing a lot, and I don't know if you're seeing in practice, is the anxiety that it's creating in these children
Mhm.
and in parents too.
Yes.
The anxiety is unreal. And we have to make sure that we're teaching our kids, just like grounding, relaxation
Yes.
techniques and skills, like emotional regulation, like
Mhm.
take deep breaths. Understand that one thing doesn't mean the other.
Yes.
Are you feeling okay? Are you good? Are you happy? Like, allow them to explore their feelings, of
Mhm.
course, but then kind of bring it back because we can go on and on and on and feel like life is just terrible and it's just one isolated thing that
Right.
might have happened. And depression, these kids are so depressed because they don't have this, or depressed because people or kids don't want to be their friends, or they're
Mhm.
not cool enough, or whatever it looks like.
And
That's
I think
hard.
and I think that also then relates to like kids and parents not feeling good enough. These things really do a number on people's self-esteem, people's confidence because they're comparing to everything that they see online and it's like if I'm not doing this, what must that mean for me?
Right. Even and going back to like relationships, I'm not good enough.
Right.
This person's not good enough. I need to move forward. Don't psych yourself out. You're gonna move forward and that grass ain't greener on the other side.
Right.
It might be greener, but it's because it's fake.
You got to water where you are.
Yeah, exactly. These types of things on social media too really create conflict
Yeah.
in relationships and even parental relationships.
Yeah, because it's unrealistic. It's
Hmm.
unrealistic expectations that I think then lead to like entitlement and things like that. And it's really important, like you said, when we were talking about the first day of school, make sure your kids know that not everybody has the ability to have these things. Be grateful.
Hmm.
Just because you may have something and somebody else doesn't make that other person less than you.
Right,
Doesn't give you that right. Like you are lucky and grateful to have the things that you can have, but that doesn't mean you're always going to get it either.
right. That sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't want that at all. So, like, helping your kids, build values and morals is
Mhm.
really important because you can have all of the nice things and all of the good things and, you know, to have a good lifestyle, but also being grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then we were also saying, like, yes, all of these things come up and, like, this is how it affects people, but, how do we work through that?
Hmm.
What can we do for ourselves to help with this feeling that this does?
Hmm.
It's really important to ground yourself and be present, but also, like, give yourself, like, a little affirmation, like, I am doing a great job. Just because my life doesn't look like something online or, the neighbor next door, doesn't mean that I'm not still doing great. Doesn't mean that I'm not doing the best that I can.
Right.
I think everybody's best looks different,
Yeah.
and you can only do the best with what you have.
Yeah. Even if we're feeling that guilt, talk through it. What am I really feeling, but what's really happening?
Right.
I'm feeling this because maybe I don't know how to help my child navigate through this thing because I don't have the means or the resources, to provide.
Mhm.
But did you provide love?
Right.
Are you supportive? Do you encourage your
Right.
child? Do you help build their confidence? Do you provide a roof over their head? Do they have food on the table?
Right.
You're doing a great job. That is what we are required as parents. All that other stuff is just extra. What we know, research wise, is not that Lululemon is going to make them confident.
No.
It's feeling loved, connected, supported.
Yeah.
Like you got my back. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can come and talk to you. I can come and give you a hug and feel better.
Right.
That is how we build children up, right?
That's how we build and raise resilient, healthy children.
That's it. You know, to go back to that question, like, how do I manage that pressure of guilt? Go back to that. Go back to that question. Am I providing
Yeah.
love, support, encouragement? Am I doing my best on providing, this for
Yeah.
my child? If I am, I understand that these things won't make them a better person.
Right.
Let's teach and walk through what this really looks like.
Right.
Talk to your children about it. I feel like sometimes we get scared to have these conversations with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Have the conversation. Have the conversation of gratitude. Have the conversation, where you talk about like their own pressures and well, what what does it look like for you?
Allow them a space where they can feel heard.
That's it. They need to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are, listen, that resiliency, that's going to set them up for success.
Right.
Because they're going to come back like what?
Mm.
Tune in next week.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode.
See you guys next week.
If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, please follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or send us an email to the platforms listed below.